What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going to be doing a technical analysis on Microsoft, and we're actually going to be talking about a little bit of news dealing with Microsoft. Now before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get right into this video. Now you've probably seen this news, but the main thing we're covering today is that Microsoft gets contract worth up to $22 billion to outfit U.S. Army with 120,000 AR sets. Now keep in mind though, this isn't entirely overnight, so it will be for 10 years, and they already are building on top of a contract, back in 2018 that they were contract with the U.S. Army for $480 million. So they're just building on top of this, and it's really good for that sector with regards to augmented reality. That's going to really, bring that technology into light and start building on top of that. And now it's going to be into the battlefield. So a lot of this is for like things maybe in the nighttime they can't see so well. And I even read about where it can even, predict where enemies are behind a wall, so it can infer where that is. So this is really good for Microsoft, especially over this 10-year period. We know that they're going to be getting this money. Now, Microsoft is actually a stock that I've been holding for a little bit, and it's been really, really easy to trade for me. And I want to talk to you guys why. So every time Microsoft has hit 232, I've bought it. I've added more. So I started back in here. I think it was back in here. It dipped down, it hit up here, bought more, came back down here, but I didn't sell because I wasn't too worried. Then we had an awesome day, and then basically every time you can see that when we hit 232, what have we done? Nothing but bounce up. Nothing but bounce up. And then the market overall has been very good, so Microsoft has been benefiting from it. And then what we're working with on Microsoft specifically is that we're just in this nice up channel. Now keep in mind though, we're still not at all-time highs. We're still away from that, but we're in this nice up channel right here. As you can see, guys, that we've been just trading up. We're still off from all-time highs back at 245, but we're really getting there. We're really close. And then on Thursday, an amazing day. It was over a $6 day. We just gapped up and we really went for it for the rest of the day. Keep in mind, this is when this news came out, so you can say this was a part of it, but overall market was just doing really good, and Microsoft has been doing a really good job of just staying true to this uptrend. But really want to see us get above these all-time highs very soon, and I do think that's going to happen. Now, if you've been watching my other videos I've been coming out with, I've been really bullish on tech for the simple reason is that we finally broke out of this down channel. We didn't have a day where we were just massively red, like every day or one day out of the week, at least for the last couple of weeks. If you've been watching tech, we've basically been pushing up the whole week, and then that one day just destroys all of the gains. Same here, pushed up the whole week, one day destroyed all of the gains and even lost some. And what was different about last week or this week, whatever way you want to look at it, because today's Saturday, so it's still technically this week, but either way, what happened? We pushed up and we didn't get that sell-off. We didn't get that sell-off that we were so used to, and that's what changed. That's why I think that we're going to be super bullish going into April. Keep in mind, April is one of the best months for the stock market, and we're also past these last highs right here on the NASDAQ where we struggled, at the end of February, beginning of February. And then guess what? Microsoft is obviously in the NASDAQ. It makes up the NASDAQ, and it's doing just fine, and it's one of the leaders with Facebook of really what's been happening lately on the NASDAQ. So I do believe that Microsoft is looking good. Microsoft is looking exponentially good. So what I'm looking at, what levels am I looking at? Well, ideally, if we do get a pullback, let's just say Monday's red, just based off the huge rally we've had last couple of days. Let's just say Monday's red. I don't want to get below 239. I'm going to give it all 239. I don't really care if we get below 241 because we're right at it, and it wouldn't really be much of a pullback. That would not be a pullback at all. So I'll give it to around here. I'll give it to 239. That's where I'd like to see a pullback at. So $4. That's where I'd like to see a pullback at, and it would set us up nicely. Now, my very, very where I wouldn't want to see it breaking is 235. If we break that, then it'll probably come back down to 232. But overall, I do think we're doing a nice job. We're making higher highs. We're making higher lows. Well, what's that mean? That means we're in an uptrend. So Microsoft is looking very good. And for all those that are curious, I am holding debit spreads. I'm holding debit spreads that expire towards the end of April. Keep in mind though, what's coming up. Earnings is coming up with a lot of these tech stocks, so I do think that's another positive catalyst for these stocks, that maybe we see a pre-earnings run up. So this whole month is just green, and then when earnings comes out, we just tank, and then we look for the dip buy. So that's how we playing these tech stocks, guys. Let me know in the comments below, what are your plans? Do you think April is going to be a good month for the tech sector, or do you think it's going to be a bad month? Either way, thank you for being here, especially on the weekend. Thank you for learning, and I'll see you guys in the next video.